are viewing and listening to Consciousness Unlimited, and this is Parisha Taylor, and my guest at this time is Tony Cisneros. And Tony is here at the UFO event, the 21st UFO event here in Phoenix, Arizona. And Tony has some very unique things that we can talk about and offer. And so basically I'm going to start out, Tony, by asking you to give people a little background about yourself. Who is Tony Cisneros?
Well, I have a fairly unique background. I grew up in Germany. I lived there for about 16 years as a child. My father was civil service for the military. And so I went to American schools in Germany, but I grew up there.
Okay.
And I have had about 17 years experience as a tour guide in Europe, Russia, and the United States. My specialty is World War II history and UFOs.
Okay.
And so I've basically been bringing groups to the battlefields over in Europe, all over Normandy, Poland, Germany, you name it. And
Right.
the UFO tours are a newer tour for me, but I've been researching the subject for over 10 years.
Yeah. Okay. So when you say you've been researching the material, what do you think of it?
Well, I'll tell you, I got into ufology through my research in World War II history, and this was primarily the Foo Fighters, the Battle of L.A. Intrigued me, and of course, I thought I would start with the most famous UFO case, and so I started researching the Roswell case, and that was really what got me involved in it. Initially, it rocked my belief system, but
it does
I have come to be a so-called believer. In other words, actually, I don't really like that term, because I think it's more of a matter of accepting the reality of UFOs or not accepting the reality.
I think the community itself calls people like ourselves as experiencers. You're experiencing a broader sense of understanding now of something like myself. You know, I didn't explore that. So now that you're hearing it, seeing it, and seeing credible and validating people that have positions, very important positions in the room, you can only begin to experience that information from a much more open mind.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And one of the things that Tony does is that he actually does tours in Kingman, Arizona. And Kingman being our home base, and will actually be the site of another UFO program there this year. We would like for Tony to actually spend some time telling us exactly, would this be the schedule, Tony?
Well, this isn't actually the schedule. This is information about an individual who we have connected with in Kingman. Basically, these tours, I am the tour guide. I offer information throughout the trip. I do a lot of the actual guiding, but we also have specialists in each particular field or area. So when we go to Kingman, we will be meeting with Harry Drew.
And we do know Harry Drew from our program. He had come there.
Great.
So I'm going to put this up to where you can see it with the information that's on it. And definitely the contact information at the bottom there. And Tony will be giving us verbally the information as well, so that's all good. Okay, Tony, tell us why would a person want to come on this tour?
Well, that's a very good question. For me personally, as I got involved in researching UFOs, one of the first things that I wanted to do was actually go and visit these places, because part of research is actually getting on your feet on the ground, so to speak, visiting the actual terrain. And I tell you, a lot of people write books, make movies, do all these things without actually ever visiting the place that they're talking about. They're, what they call armchair researchers, well, everything online, Google. But so I wanted to actually get to the spot, and of course Roswell was the first place I visited on my own, just to get kind of a feeling of what the town was like and meet the locals. This is another important aspect of my tours, is to really try to integrate or involve myself with the local people and get the local stories, get as much local information as possible to give the people on the tour.
And Harry, Drew, actually, you go to the site. How do you get people to the site?
We do. We travel by bus, and the size of these groups can vary. Typically, they're smaller groups. It's not about trying to pack as many people as I can in a bus. So our groups are nice and small. They're personal. They're intimate, and this is an advantage because some of these places are hard to get to. They're dirt roads. They're primitive roads. Obviously, some of these sites are not tourist attractions. They're not very well known. So we travel in mini buses, small mini buses. They're very comfortable, air conditioned, and of course we can really get to a lot more places that way.
Okay, and how does one say someone is just traveling, because we get a lot of people that are traveling in RVs and things like that, and would they go to find you just on the internet, or are you registered at the Chamber of Commerce as a tour? How would a person actually find your information and what you're offering?
Sure. Well, my company is based in Portland, Oregon. That's where my parents were originally from. That's where I ended up. So that's where my headquarters is located. And we have an 800 number. It's 1-888-991-6718. The number again is 888-991-6718. And of course, we also have a website. And that website is real easy to remember. It's ufotours.com.
Okay, please hear that because we have some noise happening around us. So it's UFO Tours, and give that information again, would you, Tony?
Yes, it's www.ufotours.com. We also have the domain topsecrettours.com.
Okay, and you can go on the internet for that. And locally, you don't have Harry's not putting anything up through the chamber yet?
Harry has not actually done that to my knowledge. Now, if you visit Harry's website, right on the front page of his website, he has a link to our page where you can book the tour.
Okay.
The tour that we're selling for April is it's a 9-day tour. It's a tour of hot spots throughout northern Arizona, all the way to Area 51 outside of Las Vegas. So it's a nice long package tour. It's a vacation trip. Now, I believe it would be possible to just contact Harry directly and do local tours there, because he is the go-to man in Kingman on the UFO crashes.
So if a person just wanted to do Kingman, can they get just in on that day? Can they purchase just that day on your tour?
Sure, we can.
So you could arrange that.
We certainly can.
Okay, so basically what I would like you to do, and for your sake, Tony, even when it shades itself on the computer there, you're still being viewed in color, in living color. So basically what we want to do is encourage people with what we've heard here at this UFO event. There is just so much to learn, so much to be open to. And one of the things to do is actually to go to these sites and look around and get a feel of just how involved all of this is. I'm a resident of Kingman, and I can tell you that anything that Tony and Harry can give you the experience of there is constant activity here. Can I prove that it's UFOs? No, but I can tell you that no official can tell you it is not. Okay, and definitely we live. This whole area has bunch of catapults of high fiber optics and just a whole resource of information that is definitely in some cases, as Tony's program says, top secret. So it would be good to just, if you have these curiosities, get on these tours and enjoy what you can learn. And I think it's always good, like you said, it's smaller groups. The, the, the camaraderie that comes around with just being part of that and everything else.
It's, I think a lot of people, when they hear tour, they have a picture in their mind of a big bus, hot, stuffy, full of people they don't know.
And indifferent people.
It's nothing like that. It's a comfortable situation with a nice, small, intimate group of like-minded people. And I can tell you from 17 years of experience that people get along when they have common interests, and they have a common purpose of learning on a trip like this. And just to add to what you just said, you can read about this stuff in a book all day long, but when you visit the spot and you touch the ground and you can feel the reality of the place and the energy of the place, it takes on a whole new meaning. It becomes much more real than just reading it on a page of a book.
Yeah, it does. And I feel it helps people open their mind to a much larger perspective of what is happening. Now, give us the date on it. This is in April?
Sure. This tour is called the Southwest UFO Discovery Tour. That's the Southwest UFO Discovery Tour, and it's offered from the 13th of April to the 21st of April. That's a 9-day trip. Again, it includes Albuquerque, Socorro, Snowflake, Arizona. We'll meet with Travis Walton.
Wow.
Actually in Snowflake, where he was abducted there.
Yeah.
We will then continue on to Meteor Crater, Sedona, do a UFO skywatch at night in Sedona, Grand Canyon, and then of course on to Kingman. And then we finish up in Las Vegas, and of course a trip out to the edge of Area 51.
Well, I can tell you I'm definitely going to check it out and recommend it to some people who have been asking me what's really going on.
Right.
You want to know? Go on this tour and get some firsthand information. And I deeply appreciate that you're cultivating the truths that are out there, and especially in the town that we're in.
Thank you.
And to just tell people, on a very practical level, there are nightly events happening, so make yourself available to learn a lot more about it and be a part of it. And now again, please give your contact information
Yes.
to those who are listening.
It's our website is ufotours.com, or you can visit topsecrettours.com. It's the same website. And our 800 number is 1-888-991-6718. That number again is 888-991-6718.
That's very good. Okay, and we thank you very much, Tony, for having this time with us. This is Parisha Taylor from Consciousness Unlimited.
Thanks for having me.